What if a creature born from a centuries-old curse still roams the dark, sprawling forests of New Jersey? A beast with leathery, bat-like wings, cloven hooves, and a piercing, unearthly cry that's said to freeze your blood right in your veins. This isn't just a campfire story. This is the legend of the Jersey Devil, America's most enduring and terrifying cryptid mystery. Welcome back to The Cosmic Agent, the channel where we dive headfirst into the strange, the unexplained, and the mysteries that defy all logic. Today we're venturing deep into the shadowy Pine Barrens to uncover the chilling history, the baffling historical accounts, and the surprisingly modern encounters with the Jersey Devil. This is a story that brilliantly blurs the line between folklore, mass hysteria, and chilling reality. So grab your flashlight and let's step into the woods. The legend of the Jersey Devil is rooted in a truly dark piece of colonial American folklore. Our story begins way back in 1735, in a remote and isolated part of southern New Jersey known as the Pine Barrens. The main character of this tale is a woman known as Mother Leeds. The details vary from telling to telling, but the core of the story remains consistent and terrifying. Mother Leeds, already the mother of 12 children and exhausted by poverty and hardship, discovered she was pregnant for a 13th time. In a moment of sheer desperation and frustration, she allegedly threw her hands to the heavens and cursed the unborn child, crying out, "Let the devil take this one." 9 months later, on a dark and stormy night, Mother Leeds went into labor. Her friends and a midwife gathered to help, but what happened next was the stuff of nightmares. According to the legend, the child was born seemingly normal, but within moments it began to transform. Its body contorted and grew, sprouting horns from its head, leathery wings from its back, and a long forked tail. Its feet twisted into cloven hooves, and its eyes glowed a malevolent, fiery red. The creature, no longer a human child, let out a blood-curdling shriek that echoed through the storm. It savagely attacked its own family, killing the midwife before unfurling its massive wings. It burst through the roof of the small cottage and flew off into the dark, stormy sky, disappearing into the vast wilderness of the Pine Barrens, cursed to haunt the region for all eternity. This horrifying origin story set the stage for centuries of fear, cementing the creature's place as a local boogeyman, a cautionary tale whispered from one generation to the next. For more than a century, the story of the Leeds Devil was mostly confined to local ghost stories, a way to keep children from wandering too deep into the woods. But as the 1800s rolled on, something changed. The legend started to feel much more real. Throughout the 19th and early 20th centuries, sightings of a strange creature in the Pine Barrens became increasingly common. Farmers, trappers, and residents of the small, isolated communities in the region began reporting disturbing events. Livestock would vanish without a trace or be found mutilated in their fields. Strange, unidentifiable tracks, often described as cloven-hoofed, would be discovered in the mud and snow. And then there were the sounds. People would report hearing horrifying screams and shrieks echoing from the swamps in the dead of night, sounds that didn't belong to any known animal. Even esteemed figures like Joseph Bonaparte, Napoleon's older brother who lived in New Jersey for a time, claimed to have witnessed the creature while hunting in the woods. But the real turning point, the moment the Jersey Devil went from a local legend to a full-blown media sensation, was the infamous week of January 1909. For 7 days, the Delaware Valley was gripped by absolute mass hysteria. It all started with a few reported sightings in towns like Bristol, Pennsylvania, and Burlington, New Jersey. But then the floodgates opened. Newspapers like the Philadelphia Record and the Camden Courier-Post began printing hundreds of accounts from all over the state. People from over 30 different towns claimed to have seen the devil. The descriptions were remarkably consistent: a winged creature with a horse-like head and a piercing cry. Panic swept the region. Trolley cars were reportedly attacked by the flying beast. A social club in Camden claimed to have shot at it, only for it to fly away unharmed. The fear was so palpable that schools were forced to close, factories shut down because workers were too afraid to travel to their jobs, and entire towns were paralyzed with fear, their residents locking themselves indoors after dark. Police and armed posses patrolled the streets, hunting for the creature, but found nothing but a trail of baffling tracks and terrified citizens. This one week cemented the Jersey Devil's place in American history, transforming it from a ghost story into a tangible threat. So what exactly are people seeing? Over the centuries, a composite sketch of the Jersey Devil has emerged from thousands of eyewitness accounts. While descriptions vary slightly, a core set of features appears again and again. Most witnesses describe a bipedal creature, standing upright, with a body structure somewhat similar to a kangaroo. Its head is often described as horse-like or goat-like, with long horns curling back from its forehead. Perhaps its most terrifying feature is the pair of large leathery wings like those of a bat that are said to span several feet. Its arms are often short and end in sharp claws, while its legs are long and thin, ending in cloven hooves like a goat or a deer. And then there are the eyes, almost universally described as glowing a bright, menacing red. Finally, there's the sound it makes, a high-pitched, terrifying scream that many have compared to a woman's shriek. What's fascinating is how the Jersey Devil fits into a global pattern of cryptid archetypes. It shares striking similarities with other legendary creatures around the world. In Latin America, you have the chupacabra, another mysterious creature blamed for livestock deaths, sometimes described with wings and glowing red eyes. In West Virginia, there's the Mothman, a massive winged humanoid figure also associated with glowing red eyes and premonitions of disaster. You could even draw parallels to ancient depictions of demons or creatures like gargoyles, which combine features from different animals to create something monstrous. Is it possible that the Jersey Devil isn't an isolated phenomenon, but rather a local manifestation of a universal archetype, a creature that taps into a shared, primal human fear of winged predators that lurk just beyond the light of the campfire? This cross-cultural connection suggests the legend is more than just a simple folk tale. You might think that in our modern age of smartphones and 24/7 connectivity, a legend like the Jersey Devil would fade away. But you'd be wrong. The sightings have never stopped. Even today, reports continue to emerge from the sprawling 1.1 million acre pine barrens. Hunters deep in the woods report hearing those same unearthly screams that defy explanation, sounds that make the hair on their arms stand up. Hikers and campers have shared stories of spotting massive, dark, winged shadows passing silently overhead, too large and moving too strangely to be a bird. Drivers on the lonely rural roads that cut through the forest have slammed on their brakes, swearing that a bizarre winged creature with glowing eyes darted out in front of their car before vanishing back into the trees. This has kept the mystery alive for a new generation of investigators. Cryptozoologists, those who study hidden or unknown animals, continue to mount expeditions into the Pine Barrens, setting up trail cams and audio recorders in hopes of capturing definitive proof. Paranormal researchers also flock to the area, approaching the legend from a supernatural angle, conducting EVP sessions and trying to communicate with what they believe could be a demonic or interdimensional entity. Some of the more fringe theories propose that the Jersey Devil could be a surviving prehistoric species, like a pterosaur that has somehow managed to survive, hidden in the vast, unexplored swamps. The continuous stream of modern encounters ensures the Jersey Devil isn't just a creature of the past, it's a living, breathing mystery for the present day. So, after over 280 years, what is the truth behind the Jersey Devil? There are three main camps of thought. First, there's the folklore explanation. This theory suggests the Jersey Devil is simply that, a story. It began as a cautionary tale to keep children in line and to personify the very real dangers of the harsh, unforgiving wilderness of the Pine Barrens. The 1909 hysteria could have been a classic case of mass suggestion, fueled by sensationalist newspapers looking to sell copies. As the story grew, every strange sound or shadow in the woods became attributed to the devil. Then, you have the skeptics and the misidentification theory. This is the most scientific approach. Skeptics propose that every sighting of the Jersey Devil can be explained by known animals. The creature's famous scream. It could be the unsettling call of a barn owl or a fox, the large winged shape, Perhaps a sandhill crane, a large bird which does pass through New Jersey, has a gangly appearance and can emit a loud, rattling call. Strange tracks could be from deer or other animals, distorted by mud or snow. Essentially, skeptics believe the legend primes people to interpret ordinary natural phenomena as something monstrous. Finally, there are the believers. This group insists that too many people have seen something genuinely unexplainable for it to be a simple mistake. Believers are divided, but some hold that the original curse was real, and a truly supernatural entity still haunts the pines. Others lean into cryptozoology, arguing it's an undiscovered species, and some even propose more esoteric ideas, suggesting it could be an interdimensional being that occasionally slips into our reality. For believers, the sheer volume and consistency of sightings over centuries is proof that something is out there. The legend of the Jersey Devil endures because it touches on something deep within all of us. It represents our primal fear of the dark, our anxiety about the vast untamed wilderness, and the chilling possibility that some things in this world remain unseen and unexplained. It's a perfect storm of history, folklore, and genuine mystery. So, I have to ask you, what do you think? Is the Jersey Devil just a scary story born from a colonial curse? Is it a case of mistaken identity, amplified by fear and imagination? Or could something truly unearthly still be taking flight through the dark pine barrens tonight? Let me know your theories down in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this journey into one of America's greatest mysteries. If you enjoy exploring the unexplained, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for the Cosmic Agent. Here, the legends are always alive, and the next great mystery is always waiting to be uncovered. We'll see you next time.